Hey guys, Matt Derp here. Welcome back to Dream Daddy, a dad dating simulator. Last time we did our first date with Robert in the timeline where we don't fuck him at the beginning of the game, and he actually showed up for it. I thought he wouldn't, but he did. And I didn't expect him to, honestly. I'm being 100% honest, but you know what, today we're gonna figure out what a second date was like, because in the timeline where we did fuck him, the second date was just fucking him again. So you know what, we're gonna message him and see where our second date leads us, because it got pretty crazy last night, if I do say so myself. It got pretty crazy. And believe me, I know crazy. I had a lot of fun with Robert the last time we hung out, but I'm beginning to wonder if he's dodging me. I've tried messaging him a few times, and Dadbook says he hasn't even read them. Haven't even seen him come out of his house, actually. That's actually kind of similar to the other timeline. That's weird. I decided to send him one last message, figuring that this will produce the same result. Hey man, don't know where you've been, but we should grab a drink soon. Yeah, walk away from my computer, because at this point I know he's not messaging me back anytime soon. Yeah, okay. Her favorite pie. Alright, yeah, we've done this. We have actually done this already. Okay. The rest of the evening trickles by. We eat dinner. I help Amanda with one of her scholarship applications. We both get ready for bed. I decide to check Dadbook one last time before I climb into bed. Still nothing from Robert. Huh. Hope he's okay. This is the point originally in the other timeline where he's like, hey, let's hang out. So is he gonna do it again? Hey. Darnin. Hey, Darnin. Hey, I'm outside. Come outside. What? That's a jump. I don't think he said come outside before. Ugh, what is that? I was just on the verge of falling asleep. I climb out of bed and try to identify the source of the dinging. My computer screen illuminates the dark room. I walk over to it, ready to turn it off, when I notice what's happening on screen. Don't make me honk. I will honk. Get out here. I look out my window, and sure enough, there's Robert leaning up against his pickup truck in my driveway. He's so cool. I open my door to try and figure out what's going on. Hey. Hey? Wanna hang? I was kind of sleeping. That's no fun. Come hang out. I would argue that sleeping is very fun, but I don't have to be anywhere in the morning. Might as well live a little. As if I didn't enough last night. Sure. Cool. You plan on going out like that? I look down and realize that I am, in fact, not wearing pants. I mean, I don't mind. Right. 1 second. I run inside and throw on my going out pants, shoes, and a jacket. I grab my keys and meet Robert back outside. Ready? Ready. Hop in. I jump into the passenger seat of his old red pickup truck. I have to move a few empty cigarette packets and gas station receipts out of the way before I can sit. Robert silently starts the car and we drive out of the cul-de-sac. Hey. You like Tom Waits? I mean... Hoist that rag, baby. I assume that's a Tom Waits reference. Honestly, I'm not too sure who he is, but if I say love Tom Waits, it'll get hearts. Yeah, boy. Before I can answer, Robert turns up the radio. Yep, that's Tom Waits, alright. He lights a cigarette and cracks the windows. We drive together in silence. So, where are we going? Robert doesn't respond. Robert? Oh, I heard you. He still doesn't answer my question. I look out the window and notice that Robert's taking us to the highway. I twiddle my thumbs. Dude, don't twiddle your thumbs. Always watch cat videos instead. Well, whatever I've gotten myself into. It looks like I'm in it for the night. I settle into my seat and watch streetlights pass by. That's fun. I like nighttime road trips. As long as you don't crash and die. I glance over to Robert, who's driving intently. He looks tired, as he always does, but there's something a bit more there that I just can't place. You know what? I don't want to dig deep into his personal life. I like your car, even though the thing about silence. How old is this thing? Older than you. Stop looking so nervous. Yeah, maybe I should have just stayed silent. That's like, he likes silence. I'm not nervous. I'm a little nervous. Just hang on, we're almost there. Almost where? I have no idea where we are. I think we're moving at a slight incline, but I'm not so sure. We eventually come to a stop. Robert gets out of the car and I sit for a second, unsure if he wants me to get out too. What are you waiting for? I hastily exit the car. Robert sits on the bed of his truck and pats the space next to him. Oh! Oh, it's like a lookout point. Oh! I sit down and take in the view. We're on a hill overlooking the city skyline against the bay. The cool night air rustles some trees near us as lights blink off in the distance. Off to the side, I can see an entrance to a dense forest. Man, it's all so gorgeous. This is where I come to... Robert! Robert! You ruined it. You killed the moment. You killed the mood. You killed the... Oh, I'm kidding. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? This isn't something you kid about. This is my little spot where I come to think. It's nice. It really is. You can see the whole city from up here. Really gives you some perspective. Robert reaches behind him and pulls something out from under his jacket. It glints in the moonlight, and I suddenly realize what it is. Oh shit, that's a knife. Oh. Please don't stab me. Oh, we know better. Robert reaches into his pocket and pulls out a small piece of wood. Please don't stab me with that either. Robert takes the knife to the piece of wood and starts carving at it. Oh, I breathe a very audible sigh of relief as Robert looks at me sideways. Did you think I was gonna stab you just now? What? No. Hate to break it to you, but I did, in fact, bring you out here to harvest your organs. Laugh or play along. So I know it's a joke, but I mean, I could... I'm gonna play along. I'm gonna see where this goes. Yeah, well, you think you caught me in your trap, but I knew. For years I've been putting the most vile junk food in my body in preparation for this day. Come at me, friend, and reap what you will. 2 steps ahead of you at all times. That's how I operate. Nice. If I just laughed, it might have gotten shadows. I don't know. It could be like nervous laughter. Ha! Nothing gets past you, huh? Robert reaches into his pocket and pulls out a folding knife that he opens and hands to me. I'm gonna warn you, the last guy I had a knife fight with lost 3 fingers because he didn't know the 8 basic rules of knife fighting. You're familiar, correct? I honestly can't tell when you're kidding. I'm so many levels of irony deep that I've forgotten what humor is. He and I laugh. Have you ever whittled before? Considering I'm not a grandpa, no. What do you mean by that? Well, I just thought that you would have a block of wood shipped to you along with your first social security check. Darn it, I'll have you know that whittling is a time-honored tradition, enjoyed by both young and old alike. That you're dismissing it before you've even tried it speaks volumes about your character. However, because I've gotten to know you for some time, and I've come to think of us as friends, I'm willing to attribute it to ignorance instead of malice. What I'm trying to say is, go get that stick. Robert motions to a good-looking stick on the ground, perfect for potential whittling. I pick it up. The most important thing to remember while whittling is to cut with the grain, not against it. If you cut against the grain, the wood is going to splinter. Isn't the most important thing safety? No. Getting hurt comes with the territory. Look at my damn hands. Look at his damn hands. I love that I included damn. They're calloused and covered in little white scars. They're very nice hands. You can't make a stick omelet without breaking a few hand eggs. Is this a minigame?
Knife that wood.
Oh. It is. Oh, I see. I see what's happening now. I just gotta do every side, basically. Oh, neat. That's a good start. What is it? It's a sharp stick, a pencil, or a knitting needle. It's a sharp stick. Careful, don't poke yourself with that. You made a sharp stick. So it automatically does it, sort of. That's that easy. Tell me about this one. Popsicle stick, that's what I think it is. Tongue depressor, flatworm. It's a tongue depressor, thank you. I should put that in my first aid kit. Never know when you might need one. You made a tongue depressor. They're all sort of the same thing, though. Why do you even have the option to move the... Oh? What's the story here? Toothpick, bubble popper, something to make me look tougher. It's working. I think you could take me in a fight. Probably. You made tough guy accessory. I like this. I like this. It's easy and fun and humorous. I just get to name the things. That's my only job here. It's an egg. What's this? Chicken nugget? I don't know. Ouija board planchette? Yes! Now all you need to do is carve up a board and we're all set. And maybe carve a ghost. Carve a ghost. Oh, that's awesome. I could have said like guitar pick, even though it's not quite properly shaped. A Ouija board guitar pick. That's a chicken nugget. Nice form. What's it supposed to be? A self-portrait. Louisiana. It's you. It's Louisiana. Good old Louisiana. Beautiful place. Got stabbed there once. You know. Or was it Kentucky? It does not look like Louisiana, even remotely. I can skip this with the fast forward. Oh? Interesting. What do we have here? Chopstick righty, chopstick lefty, chopstick ambidextrous. It's a stick. Oh? You keep this up, you'll be a widowing pro in no time. It's a, sort of a swan, but also a duck. It's a new friend. It's a swan. Nice work. Yeah, from like, yeah, that. You made the meanest bird. There's a story there. There's a story in one of the developers. Oh dear. Oh dear. This is complex. This one's complex. Oh. Beautiful handiwork. What do you call it? Why are there random other things? Big Old Dog, Spirit of the Mustang, Sir Horsington the Brave. Sir Horsington the Brave, yes. A brave and noble name for a brave and noble creature. Ah. You made a beautiful gift for Amanda. Yes, I did. Oh, I wanted that to go on. Oh, I was just getting interested. That's fun. I like chillax minigames. There's no winning or losing. Robert and I sit in silence for a while, carving our pieces of wood. I think I'm getting the hang. He's right, it is masturbating. I think I'm getting the hang of this. It's actually kind of relaxing. I glance over to see what Robert's working on. He's carving a smaller wooden knife? Ah! While I'm distracted, the knife slices into my thumb. Blood gushes all over my little wooden carving. Robert is lost in carving and doesn't notice me bleeding everywhere. I don't have another option. Robert still doesn't notice. Robert, I'm dying. I'm bleeding to death. Robert finally looks over. He reaches into his jacket again. Jesus, why isn't Jesus capitalized? How much stuff does this guy keep in there? And pulls out a red bandana. He wraps it around my thumb. Hold tight. He hops off the truck and I can hear him rummaging around in his car. He comes back a moment later with a well-stocked first aid kit. Robert carefully, yeah, you should get that tongue depressor out. That'll totally help in this situation. Robert carefully wipes the blood off, all the blood off my hand and swipes a bit of antiseptic onto the cut. With surprising gentleness, he places a bit of gauze on the wound and wraps it all up. You okay? Yeah, I'm good. He hands me what's left of the tube of antiseptic. Make sure to keep that cut clean. It's oddly touching and a little sexy. I guess I'm a real whittler now. That you are. Be careful though. They're attracted to the smell of blood. Wait, what? What's attracted to the smell of blood? Cryptids. Tons of them out here, you know. Cryptids? Like Mothman and stuff? Mothman is bullshit, but yeah, the town's a hotbed for cryptozoological occurrences. You're joking. Oh, how I wish I were. I'm a skeptic myself, or at least I thought I was. There are things in these woods that we can't possibly comprehend. I think I heard about this. Oh, where's this going? I think about my entire time in the city. Aside from the occasional stray coyote, I don't think it's too bad. You ever hear of the Duffer Ghost? I don't think so.
Well, let me tell you a story. I was out in the woods here on a weekend camping trip with Betsy. You don't know Betsy, but she's a big pup. Pit bull. Real intimidating. I feel safe around her. First night goes without incident. I get some solitude. Betsy gets to pee wherever she wants. All good stuff. Second day, I get the idea in my head that I can hike deeper into the woods, probably against my better judgment. But hey, we're just having a fun camping trip, right? So me and Betsy start marching in the morning. It gets a little late and we set up camp, but it's different this night. Real quiet. I can't hear the birds, the crickets, squirrels, nothing. Dead silent. Then it happens. I hear the most unholy growl I've ever heard in my life, right outside my tent. Me and Betsy, we go to investigate. We look around the clearing, nobody's there. But there's this feeling, not sure if I can quite describe it. I know something is watching us. Betsy, though, she's scared. Never seen her like that. And when she's scared, I know that I should be too. And then I see it, in the distance. A man, but if something that didn't know what a man was supposed to look like made it, it just looked wrong. Big, arms too long for its body, black eyes. It just stood there and stared at me. Then it disappears. I hear one yelp from Betsy as I turn around to check on her, but she's gone, into thin air. I didn't sleep at all in my tent that night, and I don't think I've slept right since.
Is he though? Is he though? I'm gonna fall for it, 'cause even if he is lying, even if he is lying, it'll like get a good laugh. Wow. Robert. I'm so sorry.
They say that if you listen closely on quiet nights just like tonight, you can hear the howl of the Duffer Ghost.
A howl resonates through the woods. It doesn't sound like a regular howl. It's so guttural. Even from far away, something about it makes my skin crawl. Okay, Robert, real funny. The music stopped! Oh god! Oh god, the music stopped! And also, I bet if I did the second option, that's like that's like laugh or whatever, or like you're lying, he would have gotten shadows. He's white as a sheet. You're messing with me, right?
I was messing with you up until literally just now. I totally made that camping story up.
I strain my eyes to scan the forest line, trying to see where the howl originated from. Off in the distance, I see something. It's so far away, I barely can make out a shape. It looks human, but it's dragging something. What the fuck? What the fuck? I'm not okay with this. Do you see that?
We should go.
Robert and I slowly back away and get into the truck. He turns off his headlights and we make a slow crawl away, back onto the road. I'm too scared to look back. What was that?
The Duffer Ghost, I guess.
I chuckle nervously. This time he doesn't seem like he's messing with me. Or maybe someone illegally dumping garbage on a wildlife preserve?
Yeah, that's the story we'll tell ourselves.
We sit in silence for a little while longer, the fear of whatever that was slowly subsiding as we get closer to the city.
Thanks for coming out. This was fun.
It was most certainly not fun. It was until the end.
I'm sorry I haven't been in touch. I've just been in a way lately. I had to get out of the house.
We still know nothing about his family. From the first 2 dates in either timeline, we know nothing about his family at all.
Had to be around somebody.
You doing okay, man? Robert thinks for a second and lights another cigarette. While he's driving?
Been doing a lot of thinking.
He takes a long drag.
As I get older, I feel more and more that I'm just drowning in the sea of regret. I was so busy chasing after these things that I thought would make me happy that I didn't think about anyone else. All I cared about was myself. I didn't even think.
Robert stops. I wait for him to finish his thought, but he just stares at the road.
Maybe I'm just built like this.
Okay. I thought he actually stopped the car and we saw the thing again.
Or maybe I do it to myself. Maybe it's my own choice that I'm as unhappy as I am.
I try to think of something to say. I remember all of the times in my life when I've been sad, and there's a great many of them, but there was always a light at the end of the tunnel, something I held on to that kept me going. But there's something so resigned about the way Robert's talking. That sucks. I'm glad you told me. Maybe we deserve to be eaten by the Duffer Ghost. I'm glad you told me. It must have taken a lot for you to want to tell somebody this. It was really out of character for him. You're a mysterious guy, Robert. You don't have to be.
Do you ever wish you were a better father?
We're going to find out about his family. If not now, then next date. I think about it for a second. All the time. You can read all the parenting books you want, but nothing will ever prepare you for raising a child. There's so much stuff I regret, or wish I could have done better, but I don't have the answers. I don't know if anyone does.
It's funny. I look at you and your relationship with your daughter, and it seems perfect.
It isn't.
At least you're there for her.
I stare out the window at the blur of passing trees. I just hope I'm a better father to my kid than my dad was to me. Yeah, I remember the lake story with Brian. That's
What did your dad do?
It's more about what he didn't do. He was quiet, stoic. Don't think he ever once told me that he loved me. He cared more about his work than he ever did about me or my mom.
Do you hate him?
No, I used to, but after I became a parent, I just kind of feel bad for him. He missed out on my whole childhood. When I think about all of the happiest moments in my life, they're all with Amanda and Alex, and he just wasn't there. Oh, you know, I just realized that Alex is it's a gender neutral name. So like, no matter if you chose father or mother, the person's name would still be Alex. That's clever. That's very clever. It hurt like hell when I had to leave him to die in that Belarusian prison.
Really? What?
I turn and smile at him. No, he's retired in Florida with my mom. We go there every Christmas. Oh my god, I am the best. I am just the best. We both break out into laughter. He pats me on the shoulder. That's a Robert joke. Oh, I know his humor now. We drive the rest of the way in silence, listening to the radio, Tom waits, and watching the bright lights of the city grow bigger. Robert drops me off at my place. As I'm about to close the passenger door, I realize that I still have Robert's pocket knife in my jacket. I pull it out and offer it back to him.
You hold on to that. Never know when you might need it.
Night, Robert. Have a safe drive home. Robert smirks, then pulls away. He then immediately pulls into his driveway, which is one over from mine. He gets out and waves. Of course he does. I tiptoe into the house, careful not to wake Amanda up. Whoa, where'd you come from? I look around and spot Amanda coming out of the kitchen with a glass of water. I thought you were sleeping. Oh, Robert woke me up to go cryptid hunting. That's not quite what happened, but I mean, whatever. You know the Mothman is bullshit, right? What is the like, am I the only person who's never heard of the Mothman? Amanda, blank. You know what? It's fine. I think about the conversation I had with Robert in the car as Amanda starts walking towards her room. Hey, Amanda? She stops. I love you. It's weird when you say it outright and sincerely like that, but I love you too. It really is when they just say it out of nowhere. Like, if it's like casually, like as like, I don't know. But like that was, I don't know. When you like go out of your way to say it, it's weird when a parent does that, but you know, it's cool. Night. I chuckle to myself, then finally decide to go to bed. Lit. We did another date with Robert. Yeah, you know, here's the thing. I'm really warming up to him. Like, a lot. Especially after this date. Like, he has a weird sense of humor and a weird idea of fun, and he drinks a lot and he smokes, but like, at the same time, he's deep. He's a complex character. Right. And I like really like how complex he is. Why is whittling so low? I did so much whittling. I know, that's all nonsense. Also, potty isn't IE, it's Y. It's very interesting. Okay. That the option where you like actually like have intimacy with him in the beginning of the game is just it's the more boring option where he doesn't show up first date and you just have more intimacy with him second date. But then the one where you don't have intimacy with him, and you're just like, no, I don't want to do that. It's more interesting, where he actually like opens up to you and like it does things with you, and it's cool things. And I want to go back after I do Robert's third date. The next episode will be Robert's third date with this timeline. And then I probably want to do Craig, as I said, and I still haven't done Damien or Brian, and apparently Matt has another ending, but whatever, I'll figure out how to do that eventually. But after I do Craig, I want to go back to the original timeline. I'm not sure if I can, actually. I'm gonna check that real quick. I don't think so. I think it overwrote things. It didn't. I don't think it did, no. Because alternate timeline wasn't until here. So if I can go back to this, yeah, I can go back to the original timeline. Dude! I can go back! I'm like Future Trunks! Look, it's late. I'm speaking nonsense at this point. Next time on Dream Daddy, a Dad Dating Simulator, we're gonna do the third date with Robert in this timeline, and eventually I want to go back and do the third date with Robert in the other timeline, the boring timeline. I'm Matt Crypto Derp, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.